Hello friends, hello my lovely star tribe. So I'm doing another spur of the moment, just in the moment video and psychic tarot reading with you guys. And this is really stemmed from a lot of the corruption and social media censoring of information, restricting information, restricting and cutting off truths that is happening more and more. I'm sure many of you have witnessed it or experienced it on your own social media pages, or just seen others post about it, or seen it on YouTube. YouTube, Facebook are some big platforms participating in this movement to restrict the freedom of speech and to limit information and truths being shared. And I'm not trying to scare you guys, I just want you to be aware. And I felt really called to do more of a psychic investigation with this issue. You know, it is happening. I have some of my own screenshots that I am going to share here with you so you can see for yourself. This specifically, I wanted to speak on this documentary of compelling information that was released called the Plandemic. The Plandemic documentary, which I'm sure some of you have seen, some of you who have not. I will give you a brief sort of description of what that video contained, what some of that information was. And I felt it was legitimate in many ways. There are many compelling points, like I said. Intuitively, I felt it felt like it resonated. Sorry, that's my cat in the background. Apparently Felix, my cat, agrees. So, this was Dr. Judy Mikovits coming forward, naming some names, specifically the heads of the CDC, including Mr. Fauci, who also, you know, speaks on television, you know, with the White House during briefing. And exposing him, exposing some other names, and corrupt officials who have tainted the system, and also some other medical insight and information, you know, on the current pandemic of the COVID-19 and some of the cover-up and the manipulation that is happening with that. And again, I'm not trying to scare you guys. However, this is the reality. I can confirm psychically, intuitively, factually, guys, and I know, you know, many of you already know this. Some of you are perhaps new to this perspective. But you do a bit more research and then follow your own intuition with that research, and you will see the truth is hard to ignore. But, you know, and they also talked about some, like how we are doing the opposite with the social distancing guidelines that they're trying to push, and the face masks and all that. That is the opposite of what we should actually be doing. And when you also have more of an understanding of, you know, how the immune system works, I personally was fortunate to grow up with a lot of natural healers, natural medicine, natural healing techniques, and professionals in that field where I understand this. And you know, I'm just kind of coming out and being a little bit more forthright with you guys. This isn't something I've really wanted to speak on because, you know, it's not specific to my platform per se, and I don't want to feed the drama, but you guys need to understand, those of you who do not. You need to know. Understand the immune system and how the immune system works a little better if you haven't already, how to boost the immune system, you know, with natural things that are antiviral, antibacterial, probiotic, you know, anti-inflammatory. You know, that would be fresh ginger. That would be raw honey, garlic. Really easy solutions, okay? But you can do some further investigation for yourselves or look at the 2020 psychic tarot videos that I released for each sign, because I give some health tips that are specific to that information at the end of each video. So take a look at that. But let's go ahead, guys. Excuse me. Get a drink of water. Let's go ahead and look at some of the psychic information and guidance coming through here. I do believe the Plandemic video is still up on some other platforms, so you can watch it and get the revealing information yourself and see why it is being removed from these bigger platforms, being removed from the public eye. You know, there is an effort with the astrology, with what's going on in the sky, you know, with what's just going on in general, guys. There is more of this control of information. And this is something we have to be aware of. You know, we're in this new age, and a lot is going to be revealed, and is, you know, it is being revealed. And more of these cover-ups are going to happen, but they're also not going to stand, I believe. People are waking up. We are all waking up. The truth is cutting like a sword. And, you know, the only people that the truth is really going to hurt or really, you know, affect, perhaps in a negative kind of way, is the dark elites, the ones who have kept things secret when they should not be keeping them secret. When disclosure and transparency should be how we handle this, how leaders and officials should handle this. They're the ones who are karmically going to maybe suffer more of the consequences, we'll say. And that is just how the energy of the universe works. Anyways, those are just kind of my thoughts, guys, going into this. Watch the Plandemic film. I'll try to get like a good link to it and put it in the descriptions box. This video may end up getting deleted and censored, you know, itself being on this YouTube platform. I'm probably going to post this on Facebook as well. We'll see how long this video lasts, but they might be trying to, you know, suppress this information and this, what I divulge in this video as well. We shall see. So I want to go ahead and start by just drawing the indicator card from just the top here. Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles. I'm getting a message here with this Plandemic video and the cover-up that is associated with it, and the overall cover-ups that are happening associated with COVID-19 right now. Princess of Pentacles is saying, take a fresh perspective. Take a fresh look. You know, look in places, get information from places and sources you wouldn't normally look. when it comes to learning about what is being withheld. You know, getting more disclosure for yourself. Princess of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles in the traditional deck, the studier, the learner. You know, now is the time to learn about this stuff, guys. And who, you know, Pentacles representing material gain, you know, money. Who holds the money? You know, looking at the people, the officials who hold the money, who hold material wealth and therefore power because of that. Our idea of power is also changing, I'm getting, in addition with this message. You know, our idea of power and what we have labeled as power, you know, who has the money has the power. That dynamic, that way of thinking is going to be changing. We're moving out of that material sort of mindset. You know, just because someone holds the money, the funding, controls the funding, controls who gets paid, and all that kind of stuff. No, those people won't be in power for much longer. That is not how we are going to be associating and interpreting power anymore. Material resources and money, you know, that bearing is that's going to drop. That dialogue, that narrative will be dropping. I feel strongly about that. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and just pull, I feel like the next card actually on top wants to come out. Let's see what it is. Ace of Swords. Wow. Yeah. So, Sword of Truth. That is exactly what this is. The truth is piercing, and it is going to be new truths, unheard of information like the Plandemic video did reveal. But we're going to see more of this bubbling up from the surface, coming up from the surface. We have truth bringers emerging right now. Truth bringers like myself. You know, I consider myself to be in this position, but many of you watching are probably part of this revolution. The truth-seeking, truth-bringing, and truth-implementing, seizing generation. You know, it is time to wake up, and it is time to be bold, declare the truth, spread that information, even though it might be controversial to the mainstream narrative going on. You know, there is some value to it. There is value to you sharing this information, and that sort of truth is what they are afraid of. You know, otherwise they wouldn't cover up this information like the Plandemic documentary video. If they had nothing to hide, if that information was just another so-called conspiracy theory and whatnot, they wouldn't cover it up and try to bury it like you've seen. So that is what corrupt officials are afraid of. It's very evident. They are afraid of you. They are afraid of the truth. Yep. And speaking on that fear, look, 5 of Cups. I feel like this is specifically those involved with the cover-up, those dark elites that we're talking about. 5 of Cups. This is them experiencing loss, losing their grip, losing their power. Things being leaked. You see the glasses down here, tipped over, liquid leaking out. Okay, so there's a sense of loss. And, you know, even with some of you truth seekers and exposers out there who are exposing the truth and sharing, and you're part of that revolution, there might be some feelings of loss for you too. You know, you might lose some friends, right? And I've already experienced that. I'm sure some of you probably have seen that on your social media platforms and whatnot as well. The truth is scary to several people. Not everyone will be on board, at least not at first. But more will surface. And because more will continue to surface, you see the cups that are filled in the background here, more will surface. You know, it will be hard for those who are in denial to deny it anymore. They won't be able to deny it. Continue with the denial. No, no, no. It won't happen. Let's see here. I'm feeling just this method of fishing through and drawing like this. Here we go. 9 of Wands. Yep. This is calling you. It's calling all of us, all of you in the star tribe, to fight. You know, this is like that wounded warrior. You know, there might be some oppression that you feel. You know, there might be some push, some shove. You might feel cut off from, you know, some of your normal society. But truth is more important right now. It's more important because, you know, it's leading us into the new age, into a better era that is going to be filled more with equality and harmony and all those beautiful things. But you have to step up to the plate. You have to be the warrior. You have to join the battle. There is spiritual, this is speaking of spiritual warfare. And we are, guys, we are in the midst of spiritual warfare right now. But this 9 of Wands, you know, the beautiful message with the 9 of Wands too is, you know, you stand your ground. You know, even if you feel wounded in some way, you know, because of people's reactions or whatever, you still stand. This is about standing strong and still pushing the truth. Okay, let's see what else comes through here, guys. Whoop. I feel like just shuffling a little bit more here. Let's see, what are the corrupt officials, corrupt elites hoping to gain from this? Let's see what that message is. What are they hoping to gain from the cover-up and great deception? The Chariot. They're hoping to gain confusion and distraction from people. You know, we see the light, we see the dark horse here being pulled, I'm feeling with this, in different directions. You know, people not knowing what is true, what is right, because they have a, you know, it can be difficult for some people to critically think, but I believe many people are awakening and are able to do this more clearly. But the dark elite are hoping you will be pulled in so many different directions, there'll be so many different distractions that you won't see the direction that they're truly trying to push society in, or, you know, push political favor in, you know, gain the masses their favor. You know, this is about pushing into a, you know, a different mindset, pushing the people to a different, you know, direction, to the direction that they want you to go in. So let's see here. How can we overcome this energy? How can we best deal with this energy? I feel like it's this card. Ooh, wow, another major arcana coming out. The Lady. How we can best deal with this? Restore our connection and our faith into nature. That's the first thing coming through. The power of nature, using the power of nature at our disposal, connecting to the earth. You know, we're in Taurus season right now as I'm filming this. And reacting with grace, reacting, you know, through a place of grace, of dignity. Because the Lady is also the queen here of the tarot. And the best thing we can do to help cope through this too is receive new information. And if we want to change the landscape of our environment, we can with the power and influence of the Lady here. I almost see the Lady here as, you know, different cities, towns sort of breaking away, you know, people starting their own communities and almost starting their own kingdoms in some sort of way. Starting a revolution. Creating, you know, birthing their own ideal community or environment. And whatever result you want that dominates, you know, that trumps over this energy of the dark elites. And this is about coming from, you know, the divine feminine perspective. Or if there's like a divine, you know, powerful female figure that arises and embodies this energy of the Lady, of the Empress here, then pay attention to that person. But I strongly feel like this is definitely a message of connecting to nature, calling upon nature, using the tools of nature in your surroundings. Create what you want to see. Let's get a message from the Sacred Traveler in addition to how we can handle this cover-up and the dark elites attempting to pull the shade over our eyes. Let's see what additional guidance is there for us. Here we go. Unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. Okay, so be affirmed. Yeah, and you know, the Lady, she's not going anywhere. Standing your ground. You know, they're trying to push you into a different direction. But no. You know, it may be unknown, it may be a little scary, but I feel like it's definitely the energy here, the universe here is saying, stand your ground. You are where you need to be. And pay attention to the signs. Look at the new information coming through, even if it is uncomfortable. All right, let's just get one more message here from the Sacred Traveler. This is just going to be an overall collective message for us. I'm not going to necessarily draw this for anything specific. I just want to see what comes through. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. When we unify, especially when we unify against these dark elites and what they're trying to push, the power that they're trying to push for some shallow agenda, when we unify, we can overcome anything. And again, you see the sword. You see that sword in the stone, guys. That's the sword of truth again popping up. Truth, wisdom, information is going to be how we win. That is going to be how the people win over these, select few dark elites out there who are trying to control everything. But we have the power to overcome them. I feel like both of these want to come up. Okay, yeah. Ooh, okay. 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, this is speaking of the fight, the battle, the struggle that comes with all this. And the cover-up, I mean, look, the cover-up is real. It is real and reflected here. But especially within the 5 of Swords here, I see this defeat. Us defeating the false dialogue, the mainstream news, the mainstream influence, that mainstream narrative that is trying to cloud the truth. That being defeated. Oh yes. Now it's not going to be easy. You see in all these cards, there is a struggle. There is the fight that has to happen. And it has to come and through you. It has to start with you. I'm too tempted. I want to get... Ooh, look at what we have on the bottom of the deck. Coronas. The devil. Yep. Trying to impose limitations here. You know what? I'm feeling called to just look at a couple of the cards at the bottom of the deck. Coronas. Trying to limit us. Trying to hold us back. Trying to cover up. Trying to create illusions. But then we have the world showing up right here. The power is within the world, within the people as a collective. The 4 elements are at our disposal. The earth, the world, the divine feminine power, again showing up, is at our disposal. We can tap into that. We can use it. We can win. King of Wands, the divine masculine energy. Fire energy, especially Leo energy, showing up here. Collaborating in this. Leading from a place of integrity. Acting and leading from a place of integrity, y'all. Taking back your freedom and your power. Completely capable. I love that. I feel like that's honestly where it stops. Okay, one more message for real this time. One more message from the sacred Traveler. Oh, there we go. That one just fell. Discovering truth. What have I been saying, y'all? You stand in the light of truth. This Plandemic video, the other documentaries, information that is out there, all of the cover-ups that have been going on for years now. More transparency, more disclosure will be happening. Dark elites, dark officials will try to cover it up. At the same time, it is happening. At the same time, more is being released. So pay attention when the information does appear. You know, don't put it off when you see it. You know, look at it, read it, watch it, take in the information before they try to censor it and remove it again. But you can discover truth through this. Truth is coming up. Truth is our light, is our way to break the bonds from this, from the manipulation, from the corruption. Okay? Activate your throat chakra, guys. Speak. Don't let the fear hold your voice back. Don't let the fear hold your voice back. Speak the truth. And there are many parts to the truth because there have been many cover-ups. There's a lot of layers, guys. There's a lot of layers. Truth is the way out. All right, guys, that's where I'm leaving it. Share this video with someone who you think needs to hear this, needs to see this. Research. Go watch the Plandemic film if you have not yet. Be aware of the censoring that is going on, why it's going on. Question it. Critically think, as I'm sure many of you are. Embrace your own psychic knowing. That is where the truth is really going to come from. Connect to the earth. The earth, she can help you right now. Help ground you. Help put you on a clear path. And help clear your energy as well. If you'd like a personal reading with me, the links are going to be below in the descriptions box. Or if you're watching this on Facebook, you know, just message me or look at the links in the descriptions and we can schedule a personal reading. Take care, guys. We are a star tribe. We are in this together. Talk soon.